Oh, my bad, I'm in here multitasking. In here counting my coins. YouTube world, YouTube nation. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Copping Season. I'm still kicking, and I'm in here counting my coins trying to get ready for this release that's dropping on November 10th, the Dunk Low Veneer. So today I'm here and I'm going to share some tips with you to help you heighten your chance to actually get your hands on this shoe. But before I share those tips with you, I'm going to ask each and every one of you to locate that subscribe button, and I want you to press it like this. Can you press it? And if you're on the phone with the thumb action, hit it with your thumb. However, make that happen. And we're actually growing here at Copping Season. I remember last week we was somewhere around 11 or 12 subscribers, and today we actually have about 26 subscribers. So we are making good progress here. We're thankful and grateful for everybody that has been following along, and that lets us know that we are, releasing some good content to you. If you actually like what we're doing, hit that thumbs up button. If you actually want to give us some constructive criticism, leave some comments down below. We'll be open to it. And once again, we want to really thank everybody for tuning in. So today's episode, I want to help each and every one of you heighten your chances to get your hands on the Dunk Low Veneer. Now, this shoe is actually coming behind the Dunk Low Plum that released earlier this year. And this shoe, I'm telling you, this shoe is so nice. Skateboarders love this shoe. Collectors love this shoe. Resellers love this shoe. And just your everyday people love this shoe. It's going to be very complicated to get your hands on this shoe right here. It's only going to be available on the Sneakers app. Now, for those of you who don't have the Sneakers app, head to your Google Play Store and type that in. Type in Nike Sneaker app. And once that pops up, go ahead and download it. It's okay. We just want to help you heighten your chance to get the shoe. So once that is actually downloaded to your device, I want you to click to open the program up. Once that program has been opened, I want you to click on the button that says create new account. Now, once you actually in to create this new account, it's going to ask you for basic general information such as your first name, your last name, your mailing address, your city, your state, your zip code. So go ahead and make sure that you're completing that. Now, use your actual address. Use your actual address. If you're not sure, get with your parents, get with your dad. If y'all just moved into a new house, check your paperwork just to make sure that, if you do hit on this shoe is going to make it directly to you and where it needs to be. So once you've gotten that information completed on the app, now the next step is very important. It's probably the most important. We're going to need you to go ahead and complete the billing information. So here, the payment method that you're going to use, Visa card, MasterCard, or whatever you're using, go ahead and, sift through your wallets, sift through your pocketbooks, get your cards out, and type this information in. I want you to be as accurate as possible. Make sure you're typing in the correct numerals that go with your card. So go one by one if you have to. Remember, we got to prepare efficiently so we can be in position to get this shoe. So if you have to go one by one, make sure you're doing that, to get these digits right. Make sure you get the security code on there, your expiration month and year. Get this information on here. Now, once you've had this information right there, that's pretty much all that you're going to need to do as far as getting your profile created. Now, many believe that, activity does play a part in, heightening your chances to get your hands on these shoes. Me personally, I feel like it's just probability. I'm not saying that it's going to guarantee you to have access to the shoe, but I'm not going to say that it doesn't make a difference. So there is a section here on the app. It it's the feed section. Now they have, you know, various different stories and information that's there located, you know, for the shoes that are coming up, and it just educates you. They have videos and, you know, a lot of good information that's there. So make sure you're clicking on that, watching it, learning more information. It's going to help you in the long run, at least get your knowledge up. And, you know, if it does heighten your chances, why not? And if it doesn't, it's not costing you anything anyway. You still gaining some knowledge, right? So with that being said, now one account is probably going to be very tough to actually cop a shoe with one account. And some of us, you know, we looking to hit on multiple pairs. So what you can do, if you have a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, or a husband, and you got, you know, kids that's teenagers, or just kids in general, aunties, uncles, best friends. Now each person has to have a different device. So if they have a different device, get with them and actually go through that same process that I shared with you earlier in this video. You know, download that same app to their phone, Sneakers app. Go ahead and get that on there. Create the profile just like you did a few moments ago. First name, last name, mailing address. You actually want to get all that information in there, and actually don't put your name on there. You know, put that family member's name on there. You want to actually, you know, keep Nike on their toes, because if they feel like, you know, this is the same person making numerous accounts, they're going to punch you out the way. And that could have been an account that you could have hit on. So you're going to be wiping away an opportunity to get the shoe. So make sure that you actually, you know, putting this information in there. And on your family members' account that you're making, get with them and let them put their actual credit card information on there. Or if you have multiple credit cards, you can actually link your credit card with that actual account as well. If you got another, you know, if you might have 2 or 3 bank cards, link one to each different profile that you're going to be creating. If you have an opportunity where you can find 3 or 4 or even more different people, put their information on there. Now, just to make people more, just to give them more motivation to help you, really help you get the shoe and really go hard for you, you know, give them an incentive. Offer them, you know, a gas card, a $25 gas card. Offer them to take them out to Applebee's, and they can get, you know, anything on that menu, you know, that's reasonable. Don't go get a, you know, an $80 bill, but take them, you know, somewhere that they really enjoy, or just give them $20 in cash, $25 in cash. I mean, they're gonna know if they hit on this shoe within, you know, a couple minutes. That's not a bad, you know, return on your time. You know, if you can make you $25 in about 10 minutes, that's not too bad. So make sure that you're giving them an incentive too to help you heighten your chances to get it. Now, as far as what I've learned from my research, this is only going to be available on the Nike sneaker app. Now, outside of that, you know, some of your local boutiques, shoe boutiques, and local, you know, shoe companies that's not like major retail companies, some of them might have them, so you might can go to them and, you know, check with some of them that in your local area to see if they have access to the shoe. Now, just thinking off my top of my head. Oh, and one more thing. If you're going to try to get multiple accounts, you know, and you're using that same name, make sure that you switch that address up. So if your address is 123 Apple Tree Lane, make sure you put something different on the second account that you actually created. It could be 123 Apple Street Lane, floor 1, basement 1, suite 1. Switch something up in there versus spelling street out, abbreviate street. You just want to keep Nike on their toes. I just wanted to throw that out there. They actually call that jigging. Jigga, what's my name? Jigga. And what I'm going to do, Jigga, you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that you're in position to get your hands on this shoe. Now, that's pretty much all that I have. Well, actually, not quite. We're getting there. Now, we have about, off the top of my head, I think it's about maybe 2 spots that you could probably get raffles on this shoe. So if you Google Good Hood or In Clothing, go to the launch sections on their website and actually click on the raffles. And I'm assuming, you know, these are in another country. I actually entered numerous raffles with them, but I haven't won yet. But that doesn't mean that you can't be victorious. So you know, at the end of the day, you tuning in to copping season to get information to put yourself in a better position to make sure you can cop this shoe and have more opportunities to cop this shoe. So in clothing and Good Hood, those are two places that I think, you know, have raffles going on. So you can actually go on there and just double confirm that. And if so, go ahead and, you know, put your bid in for this shoe, because this shoe is definitely going to sell out. It's going to be hard to get your hands on it. And if any of you know, the Dunk Lows, they are, you know, heavy in the streets. A lot of people really love these. So just make sure that you know, complete all these steps that I shared with you to heighten your chance. That's pretty much all that I had to share with you. I just want to continue to motivate you. You know, keep trying. I know it's hard to keep losing out on these releases, but just keep going. You lost this week, but you know, who's to say that you might not hit on the real big release? But in order for you to hit on the real big release, you gotta keep taking the shot. No matter what, keep taking the shot. Everybody's journey is going to be different. Don't get so focused on other people. Focus on what you can control. And what you can control is actually making sure that you actually, you know, getting on these devices, you know, getting multiple accounts and making sure that your information is accurate and correct. Actually log on to your account maybe 15 to 30 minutes before the actual drop. The drops here are 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. So make sure that you're actually in them in a timely fashion. You don't want to be trying to log in at 10 a.m. because you're probably not going to get in and you're going to take another L. You're not going to be in a position to actually get this shoe. So I'm not trying to scare anybody. I just want to help you build upon the information. Like, you're gaining so much information from different sources. So I hope that you really enjoyed the information that I did share with you, the tips that I shared with you, and make sure that you actually, you know, give the people around you an incentive to really go hard for you and really, you know, go all out to help you get this shoe. Pay them some money, you know, let them know that you appreciate them. Hand write them a letter. Do whatever you got to do to build that relationship so you can actually call on them in the future if another shoe that's coming out and you want to, you know, try multiple attempts to get that shoe. Make sure they know you appreciate them. So until next time, stay down till you come up, and when you come up, don't come back down.